And then this is just gonna blow up, and this should just take him down to 0, basically. Like, this is just like an insane amount of damage. It's kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. 2.2 million is insane. Welcome back, everyone, to Honkai Star Rail video this time. Actually, I think it's been a really long time since I've done a Honkai Star Rail video. I've been kind of just focused on Zenless and Genshin. But I wanted to make a quick little video today. I kind of didn't have too much to do in the gachas. I think I need the Abyss in Genshin, and that's kind of it. I already did the Shiyu Defense in Zenless, and I messed up, and I wasn't aware of that, and I did the Apocalyptic Shadow and MOC yesterday, actually, when I was building my Castorice. And speaking of which, look, it's Castorice. So I was doing MOC stuff, right? Because the more recent MOCs, it's been a little bit difficult for me, just because I don't have some of the newer DPS. If I just show you guys here. So, actually, is there like a better way to look at these people? I think team lineup would be better. So, right, like I have Buhill, I have Firefly, and that's kind of it on, like, I don't even know if they're considered like even like new, not new, but like, they were like my better DPS were these two. I had my like break team like built around them, right? Sunday was like one of the newer additions, but he's for like the summon stuff, the memo sprites. And then I did run like a ratio team with like Robin and Topaz and stuff. But this team has fallen like really like hard, especially with like the AOE content. Blade and Jinglu just can't keep up, and then that's like kind of it, like for what I have. So the MOCs have been a little bit difficult to take on. That's why I haven't really done any content on them. So I pulled Castorice yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie, I was still like struggling with MOC. Not necessarily on her end, because I would get it done in like 3 cycles, and I ended up getting it down to 2 cycles. The hard part is like the Firefly team or the Boot team, just because it's like hard for them to like do damage against some of these enemies, and especially Buhill, who's like single target, and Firefly only hits 3 people, right? So it's like it was really really tricky to like beat it, right? So I was having a bit of difficulties. I ended up, because I can show you guys here, like I have her build 9k HP, like the crit rate, crit damage. I have her light cone. I got all these maxed, and then here's like her relics or whatever. And then I ended up going for E1 just because I was like a little upset at like not being able to beat it. I'm not gonna lie, I was just kind of like raged induced summoning. But the good thing is that I got it like on my first multi that I was rage summoning. I was like, I wonder like how much it's gonna take me to get to her, like a pity, like maybe I win the 50-50, maybe I don't. And I ended up winning the 50-50, which was nice. So I essentially walked away with like a free Castorice, I'm gonna think of it as. And I still have 113 summons left, in the 200, 2300 jades. So that's nice. I got what I needed out of these banners or whatever. So I don't know who I'm gonna get next. I guess we'll see, but we'll just jump in here since we're like walking around here. As you guys can see, I already beat it, pretty easily, I would say. So we'll just do the same thing again, just so I can kind of have something to upload or whatever. So this team, this first half, I bring in like just a full like support for Mr. Buhill, just because this dude isn't like really tricky at all. He doesn't hit really hard, and then you get the heal once you like break him. So we'll just go through this again. If I somehow manage to like mess it up and not get like the full 3 stars or whatever, it won't really matter. I already did it. I just wanted kind of to have something just playing in the background while I discussed Honkai Star Rail gaming. But yeah, like it was fun summoning. Like it was like me and my buddies summoning for Castorice. Some of us were like pretty excited to pull her. The trailers and all the like things that were dropping for her. The cooking little animation thing was kind of funny. The other one where she's like a child and she can't really like play with any of her buddies was like pretty sad. And yeah, she was just like a really cool character. I need to catch up on the story. I'm still a little bit behind, I'm not gonna lie. But from the story perspective, she was cool. she's around. I don't know what she does too much in the story, but I'm gonna assume she is very important, you know. And then here, I think I can just pop this and destroy this. And then I get the turn back because it's Sunday, and boom. Nice, okay. But yeah, like, I was seeing on the tier list that she wasn't maybe as good for this mode, Miss Castorice, but I don't know, I felt like I didn't have too much difficulty on her end. It was a lot easier to do with her than it was like on like a Firefly team and then a Boo Hill team on this half, just because like they want the same units, you know. They all want Run May, and like that's the biggest issue is I only have one Run May, and there's only one Run May to go around. So that was like a bit of damage there. I like that damage. And the other thing that sucks here is I'm gonna get stuck targeting him, cause yeah, I'm just stuck targeting them. It's okay, it's okay. Okay, we'll pop this. But yeah, right, like having two break DPSs is like just tricky because they want the same thing. They're both greedy for Run May. They're both greedy for Fugue. So, okay, I didn't get stuck on him. Nice. Okay, this might actually be a better run than the first time I did it. Because the first time I did it, whenever I would break him, Boo Hill would just get like stuck targeting Aventurine. So this is pretty awesome, pretty sweet. But yeah, like I said, they're greedy for these supports. I actually messed this up here. Oh, look at that! Look, I need so little energy for Sunday. Oh, there it is. That would have given me the skill point I needed. Oh, that's whatever. But yeah, sorry, I keep like getting interrupted by Mr. Aventurine here. But yeah, it like I love break DPS. Like I think this is like my personal favorite mechanic. I think it's super fun, super interesting. The damage feels really good when you get it. I think I can just hit this and then pop this. Yep. Oh wait, no, it moved. Oh no! Whoops! I did not expect the ×2 one to move over one. Okay, well that's a little whoopsie. That's whatever. I'll just break it now. Oh man, that would have been nice. I don't think I've ever seen it move like that though, so it kind of caught me off guard. I don't want to say it tricked me, but definitely was not expecting that. Yeah. So maybe in the future we'll get like another break like support, or maybe like a 4-star break support. Would it be nice? Because we have Gallagher like as not as a support, but like as a sustain, and he's really good. So maybe in the future we'll get another one just to kind of make up for not having Ron May or like Fugue or something, you know. But who knows where I get like 3600 node 1, okay. And then we'll just go back here, then we'll select the other one. Like I said, I did already beat it, so you know, nothing too crazy. We're just kind of redoing it just so I have something to do. But yeah, I mean, who knows what the future holds for break teams, especially now that we're going into like the summon meta and stuff. And here's an issue. I don't have Tribi, so I'm using Pela. So I think this would have been a lot easier even with a Tribi around, just because how much she like attacks. And the whole gimmick of these dudes is just, like they just want to get hit. Here I think I just hit these dudes like this. I'm still learning a little bit how to use the dragon. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little tricky. But from the YouTube videos I've seen, I think I got like the gist of it. I'm not sure though. I kind of just hit these guys until they break. Up this. Yeah. And like these, like I said, oh nice. Like I said, I'm learning how to use the dragon still. Eventually I'll get it down. You know, it's just one of those things you just gotta practice more and more. I do know that Boo Hill is a super Chad that just heals everything and gives my Castorice her ults like back to back to back. So you know that feels very awesome. Here, I guess we can do this, and we'll just hit them when they're all knocked down with the Castorice Dragon, because I think this turn he's going to blow up, and I think it's like unavoidable when he blows up here. We'll drop the defense a little bit more. Yeah, okay. So we'll just get him to blow up here, good bit of damage, just to start kind of chunking them. I know it's not too much because of like that extra HP they have, but once they get broken, it kind of becomes just a one game. And we're not gonna pop that just so we can hit as many enemies as we can. And yeah, these dudes aren't tricky. With with Firefly, they're tricky. I'm not gonna lie. Running a Firefly team against these guys is very tricky. I can imagine like Rappa making these dudes like basically like fodder, you know. But I don't have Rappa, unfortunately, which again is fine. You know, we don't need all the units in this game. It'd be nice, but sometimes we don't have the necessary funds to fund that. I think I'm gonna hit this guy. And then I think I only need to break 2 more of these guys at this point to get them into like the weakest broken state. Yes, right. And it's close. I think we'll get it here soon. And we'll almost have Castorice's dragon up. We'll pop that. That'll give her that, which I think is kind of useless. Pop this. And then by the next time, we're back to rotation on Buhil. That should be the dragon. Actually, I think we'll get the dragon right here. Yes, because they're gonna break. Boom, give us that, and then we'll just pop the dragon instantly. And then this at this point is just kind of like just DPSing. So let's go ahead and get the dragon out. And then here, I'm pretty sure you don't want it to blow up. Pretty sure you want to do this. You want to do this, and then you want to do a slash here at the end. Boom. And then we'll drop. Ooh, we should have saved Mem to hit all of them when they were still up. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just do this. You know, sure. Let's lower their defense. Sure. And then here, the dragon will get another turn. So we'll just keep DPSing here. And we'll just hit them here. Pop this. We'll get a Castorice slash. I love this attack so much. This attack is so cool. It does so much damage too. And then at this point, we're going to save that. And then this is just going to blow up. And this should just take them down to 0, basically. Like, this is just like an insane amount of damage. It's kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie. 2.2 million is insane. But okay. You know, back to these dudes. I should pop that ult faster. I was a little slow on the uptake there. And then now we just work on building the ult again. And we basically just repeat what we just did. Nothing too crazy. Again, they're a little bit more trickier on Firefly. This team does a lot of like AoE attacks, especially with Gallagher ult, Pela ult, this ult. So, and then like her skill does like a 3-hit. So it feels like really good. Whereas like if I'm running the Firefly team, right, I have Firefly, Ranmei, Trailblazer, and like Gallagher, right? Gallagher still has AoE. Trailblazer's skill or ultimate doesn't really hit a lot of people. And the skill is kind of like RNG dependent on who it hits. And then Ranmei, of course, doesn't hit anyone. So, you know, this feels good to have this team. And I'm not sure if I want to pop Castorice's ultimate here. You know, we'll pop it. We'll pop it because we need to hit all these guys anyways. So this is a good AoE damage dealer. And again, we don't have to fully waste it. We can just do like 1 hit because that's going to count as like a single hit. And then we can just pop this. Drop this on them to break them down even more. And then I think at this point it's just the big dragon dude. No, we got to one more TV guy. Let's hit you since you're about to go down, and then Mem can break the other one. Boom. Okay, this is perfect because they're gonna do that TV attack mode, and they're gonna all come back up, and then Cash is gonna get another rotation with her dragon, basically. Okay, now I just need to. Oh, I could have. Oh, that was a mess up. I could have hit one of the lower requirement hit dudes. It's fine. Okay, do this. Pop this, and then here comes Mem. Mem, get Miss Cash just back up here to the fight. Pop this. And yeah, it's going pretty smooth. We're definitely going to have to pop this to heal. And then we're going to heal with you. And then who is the weakest? You are. Okay, that should break them. And then the dragon's going to instant blow up here. So, should be a lot of damage. Let's see how much damage we do. Jeez, look at that, man. That's kind of crazy. 1.8. That's basically half their HP. And at this point, I think we should be able to have enough. We have enough time to build up another Castorice ults. Especially if we do like this to heal Mem and stuff. Then we'll do this. Yeah, we're already like 60% there. And then Gallagher should get the rest of it. But yeah, like I like this mechanic of like having to use like HP to get like her ulti. I still want to try and run her with a Blade. I feel like that's gonna be like a really fun team. I just really haven't had the I guess like the time, and like I haven't really fought an enemy that like I can really use Blade with too, and Castorice. Uh, but you know, this is basically over. I think she's just gonna beat it with her skill here because it does so much damage. Yeah, that's insane. I love that skill. And yeah, there we go. I actually got higher this time around. I think the first time I only got like 7,000, so 100 more. You know, beat it pretty comfortably. So I'm excited to see, like, keep in mind neither of these guys are weak to quantum, so I'm excited to see what the other ones are gonna hold. And I got like got some of this. What I get? Ooh, okay. Well, that look, we got something out of it. Nice. But yeah, you know, quick little short video just talking about Castorice and I guess break teams. And you know, I haven't done a Honkai video, so I was like, you know what, like let me do one, even if it's just me having fun and just chit chatting it up, playing some Honkai. But yeah, you know, I'm interested to see where the future of this game goes. Castorice does do big damage. I will not lie. She hits very, very, very hard. Which could be a good thing. It could also be a bad thing. You know, who knows? Only the future. Only the future. Wait, no, hold on. What am I trying to say? No one knows what the future will have in store for us. You know. So thank you everyone for watching me beat that content I just beat. And you know, thank you for watching Castorice just destroy everything. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Trolls. And Tuskpeer dude. I don't know how to say his name. Tuskper. We'll just call him Tusk. Mr. Tusk. Make sure the trolls don't get blocked.